Get ready for The Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's dedicated update show. Events, businesses, and people. Anything and anyone causing a ripple in the community. And now, let's dive in to The Splash Live.
Well, good morning and welcome to The Splash Live. Dave Scott here in Tyler's studio. How about that? Everything is all changed up today. I'm in Tyler's studio. I traded my coffee in for some Red Bull, and there was no traffic this morning coming to work and with all the schools off. But hey, good to be with you. Thank you very much for joining us here on The Splash Live. Dave Scott with you. The Splash Live is part of 90 minutes of live television each and every day right here on Civic Center TV. Kicks off with this program from 9:30 till 10 o'clock. Tyler will take his studio back over at 10 for the megacast. It's an hour and a half of live TV, and it couldn't be easier to watch. There's a million different ways you can watch. Of course, on cable, if you're in the Greater West Bloomfield area, just tune in to Comcast Channel 15. If you happen to be an AT&T cable subscriber, you can bounce over to Channel 99 on AT&T. There's a menu system on Channel 99. You can see all the local community television casts around Metro Detroit. Just pick our favorite communities, West Bloomfield, Keego, Sylvan Lake, or Orchard Lake, to tune in and watch. If you don't have any of that available, go to the web, civiccentertv.com, where you can watch us and really high-definition video, all of our archives, lots of other resources on the website. We invite you to go there and be a part of it. Hopefully my phone won't ring again during our broadcast. Forgot to mute that this morning. Also, be sure to check out our social media. We are on Facebook. We are on YouTube. Just look for Civic Center TV. And then, of course, we are on the radio. And for all those people that were just listening on the radio and you freaked out because you heard my phone ring and you thought your phone was ringing, sorry about that. But thank you very much for tuning in wherever you happen to be all across the area. Weather-wise, we are really moving into a spring-like pattern. Couldn't be better here in West Bloomfield, although maybe a little bit more sun. We will have some clouds and a variety of precipitation today. Temperatures probably the coolest of the week, only making it up to 42. Back into the 20s tonight. Partly cloudy tomorrow in the upper 40s. Some precip on Wednesday. Check this out. 60 degrees in Keego Harbor and Sylvan Lake of West Bloomfield on Friday, and then we'll cool off a little bit for the weekend. Sunny skies and temperatures in the 50s. Tiger opening day is the 6th of April, so we are almost into April, and we are almost into all of the nice weather and the sunshine. So let's take a look at what's going on in our community. Let's start off with a congratulations this morning to Nicole Borst from West Bloomfield School District being recognized as the 2023 Oakland County Outstanding Middle School Teacher of the Year. This is not just a recognition for West Bloomfield, but across all of Oakland County. Noelle, I said Nicole. Noelle, I am so sorry I got your name wrong. Congratulations to you. There is Noelle standing with the flowers and the big sign and a great recognition. We absolutely do have the best teachers right in our schools here in the county, and certainly more evidence of that. So I saw some beautiful pictures. Maybe you did as well last week, as we had amazing aurora going on, especially up in northern Michigan, but it did carry back here to our area. Here's a really nice picture from Bruce in Keego Harbor, and that is a picture of Sylvan Lake, and he said, well, hey, really nice night, beautiful clouds, and nice red sky, but those clouds did block our opportunity to see the aurora if it would have made it down this week. But if you get a chance, go online, take a look at some of the amazing pictures that are posted up all over the place about that amazing event that we had last week and just the spectacular skies. And maybe you even had a chance to see it here in our area. If you did, let me know. So Friday was a big day here in our community, especially over at Orchard Mall, as the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce had the Goldfish Swim School ribbon cutting. And this isn't our video. It bounces around a little bit, but we always appreciate video that is contributed by people in the community. We invite you to go to our Civic Center TV website, hit the upload button, and that's what somebody did here. And we got video here. There's Steve Kaplan along with the owners of the Goldfish Swim School Friday at the ribbon cutting, and it was a great day. I unfortunately was not able to make it out, but as you can see in this video, a lot of dignitaries. There's Suzanne Levine from the chamber and a lot of other people from the community in the beautiful location, Kelly from the mall. And listen, if you've not had an opportunity to get over to Orchard Mall lately, you just should pop your head in, and then pop your head in at the swim school. They built an entire swimming pool right in Orchard Mall. And how great for our community when you consider all the lakes that we have in our area and how critical safety is in our waters here in West Bloomfield. Congratulations to the swim school. We'll get over there, take our cameras. We owe them a live broadcast some morning. I won't put on my swim trunks, but I will head over, and we'll get to that in the next couple of weeks. West Bloomfield Parks has teamed up with a librarian from the West Bloomfield Township Public Library, and last week they were celebrating National Reading Month here in West Bloomfield. And as you can see some of the pictures here, Parks getting together with a lot of the little tykes, reading books to them, partnership between the naturalists at Parks and Rec and the library to celebrate National Reading Month, which is the month of March. Congratulations to everybody at West Bloomfield Parks, and how smart of them to team up with the West Bloomfield Library to commemorate that very important date on our calendar. Speaking of Orchard Mall, we have some other user-contributed video. Actually, this might have come off Facebook or Instagram, but just a quick congratulations to Toyology at Orchard Mall, celebrating their birthday over the weekend. I want to say it's like 10, 11 years, but don't really know that. But here's just some funky video from them, if we can bring that up. There we go. All little kids having so much fun at the birthday party. That's in that big open space that they have right in the front of the mall where they can do events and other things. So really great to see all that going on the weekend. And congratulations to another business in Orchard Mall, Toyology, celebrating their anniversary and doing it in a really cool way, getting all the kids out and enjoying. So mark your calendar for April Fool's Day. Don't forget, don't let anybody pull a fast one over on you on April Fool's Day. And watch out, our friends at West Bloomfield Parks and Rec have a lot of fun. People aren't the only ones playing pranks. Join Parks and Rec April 1st from 2 to 3:30 at the Recreation Activity Center. They will learn how animals use a variety of tricks, also known as adaptations, to survive and thrive in the world and in the wild. You'll be able to meet an animal ambassador and then end with a hike on the trail behind the Recreation Activity Center. Small fee, a little bit more affordable for residents, $13 for non-residents. And if you would like to take part in that, just go to the Parks and Recreation website, West Bloomfield Parks and Recreation website. More information about Animal April Fools and all the other programs they have coming up here in West Bloomfield. So thank you very much to our hardworking crew pulling off everything this morning flawlessly. Calvin, you're doing a great job. I'm going to give him a minute to take a quick break. I'll take a quick break and have a sip of my Red Bull, and we'll be back with more. We're gonna look at some other video that I found online that just kind of really, it was a flashback to my high school days. I hope you will appreciate it. We'll get to that in a minute as the Splash Live continues after this.
We'll be right back with the Splash Live. Watch Civic Center TV with our brand new live captions. To turn on live captions, go to civiccentertv.com and click Watch Live. In your web browser, click on the Options tab in the top right and find the Accessibilities tab. Then just switch on live captions to heighten your enjoyment of our local programming. Thank you so much for watching Civic Center TV.
In the face of COVID-19, staying healthy is important.
And now the same is true in the face of flu.
Influenza has the power to infect millions. But it's easy to protect yourself, your family, and your community.
The flu vaccine is safe and effective. And with COVID-19 still around,
It's essential. Together we can face flu season head on.
Visit michigan.gov/flu.
Ronnie started doing prescription pills at the age of 15, and by 19, he died. If your child is struggling with drug use, try not to be too proud to reach out for help. Don't be worried about what the neighbor will think or your family. Just get your child the help they need. Sometimes it's the hard road to take, but the hard road is nothing compared to living with the fact that your child is no longer with you.
There's hope and help at drugfree.org.
Many people are feeling overwhelmed and struggling with mental wellness these days. So be kind to your mind. Give yourself permission to breathe. Share your feelings. You are not alone. Have hope. Talk to a Stay Well counselor for free confidential help 24/7 through the COVID-19 hotline.
And now, back to The Splash, live.
Good morning. Welcome back to the Splash Live. Dave Scott in Tyler's Civic Center TV studio today. Tyler Keefe and the MegaCast coming up shortly. I'm Dave Scott. You're listening to and watching the Splash Live. Now, this is going to be great for those of you on TV. For those of you on the radio, I don't know how much you're going to enjoy this, but some nostalgia kicked in over the weekend when I saw this video. And this is a video we're going to roll, and you can roll it any time you want, Calvin. This is a video from 1977. Somebody shot this, put it up on Facebook, and it's a little rough, but it's worth looking at. It was so fun to look at this video. This is a video that was shot at Andover High School in 1977, which was the year I graduated. And it was kind of fun to see the students walking from their cars, taking a look at all the cars. I mean, take a look at that classic station wagon from 1977 and it's off the screen now, but with the wood panels on the side, and then just the dress and the era of the kids and the long rock star hair that we all had when we were in high school. It was just really fun to see this. Now, I went to West Bloomfield, not Bloomfield Hills, which was then Andover. But just look at the kids and their dress and that flashback to 1977. It was really amazing this past year, actually this year, when we celebrated the 50th anniversary of West Bloomfield High School, and it just got me, thinking back to the days when I was walking the hallways, and maybe some of these images are kind of fun for you to look at as well, to remind you of those days in high school. And they seem like they were just yesterday, but they were quite a while ago. In Bloomfield Hills, obviously the big change at that time, Bloomfield Hills, Andover, which these shots were taken from, and Lasher, two different high schools now, one beautiful, magnificent high school in Bloomfield Hills. So we'll move on from that video, but I just thought you might enjoy seeing that. Another piece of video that I wanted to share with you today is from our archive, and we tried to play this, and there was a technical problem last week. So let's roll it, and let's see how much of this we can get in before we get to the end of the show. George Moore passed away now, very good friend of mine, and a member of our staff here in the early days of my participation here at Civic Center TV, produced this and narrated this. And this is the Keego Harbor Sylvan Lake version of Another Angle. If you haven't seen it, this is one of the amazing things that is on our archives on Civic Center TV. And I thought I would roll it for you this morning. It's just so much fun to look at. Let's watch Another Angle, Keego Harbor, Sylvan Lake.
Along the crisp blue waters of some of southeast Michigan's most notable inland lakes are two small cities with a rich history of recreation, development, and community. Headlined by extensive lakeshore and a wealth of luxurious and aesthetic open land, the cities of Keego Harbor and Sylvan Lake were established as resort towns in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. As the world progressed through the years, and transportation innovations such as interurban trolleys, motor vehicles, and trains came to prominence, the cities of Keego Harbor and Sylvan Lake grew into suburban havens for busy Detroit laborers, and later a place where families turned houses into homes. Today, land that once laid resorts and weekend getaways is now home to bustling cities with beautiful recreational areas, strong commercial forefronts, and two of Metro Detroit's leading destinations for amusement, business, and livelihood. Orchard Lake and Cass Lake roads feature some of Keego Harbor's most notable local eateries and businesses. Nested near the arch of Orchard Lake Road rests Harbor Steakhouse. Once known as the Harbor Bar, Harbor Steakhouse has been a fixture of the Keego Harbor community for over 50 years. Just around the corner, Keego's history of service and honor has radiated throughout the decades. That noble history is celebrated by the Veterans Memorial Plaza. The memorial originally featured a wooden obelisk with names of Keego's distinguished veterans. In 1946, the obelisk was replaced by The Rock, rededicating the city's honoring of its beloved veterans past, present, and future. Just down Cass Lake Road, you will find Gino's Pizzeria, another staple of the community for more than 4 decades. Since 1971, the Santia family has operated its restaurant from this same exact location, building the business from a small local restaurant into both an eatery and an adjacent banquet hall. Keego's rich history of locally owned businesses continues on to this day, with new businesses planting their roots in the city with hopes of being somewhere that the next generations make great memories in this cozy place they call home. Keego Harbor is home to Magnolia by the Lakes, a luxurious European senior living village overlooking both Cass and Sylvan Lakes. Magnolia is one of Keego's up-and-coming places for senior citizens to reap the benefits of their successes with a rewarding lifestyle. As soon as 2016, the multi-complex housing and leisure community will be complete, ushering in a new era of safe and beautiful living space in the safe and beautiful city of Keego Harbor. One of the best-kept secrets in the city of Keego Harbor is Dollar Lake. Nestled behind commercial buildings on Orchard Lake Road, this small inland lake is believed to have been named for its little round shape. Early city developer Joseph E. Sawyer is believed to have built the canal that connects Dollar Lake to its big brother, Cass Lake, creating the connection that puts the harbor in Keego Harbor. Cass Lake boasts the largest and deepest lake in all of Oakland County, with over 1,000 acres of area and depths as far as 123 feet. Cass Lake was named after former United States Congressman, Democratic presidential candidate, and Michigan Governor Lewis Cass. Formed from the remnants of ancient glaciers, Cass Lake has a robust collection of fish, including largemouth bass, massive enough to represent the city's namesake of Keego, a Native American word meaning big fish. With over a mile of shoreline, Cass Lake is the gathering place for several on-the-water activities, most notably jubilant excursions on sail and motorboats during the city's exciting summers. With as much to offer as Cass Lake has, it is surely one of the strongest destinations in the city of Keego Harbor. Keego Harbor City Hall is home to most of the city's leadership, from the offices of the mayor to the small, trusty operation that is the Keego Harbor Police Department. With a multitude of elected and volunteer officials working in this building, City Hall is the place where government meets resident and policy becomes the part of the public. Just behind City Hall is Rose Sorter Park, a charming little area that serves as a tranquil, relaxing environment for residents of the city to enjoy some fresh air and is a community gathering spot, home of the yearly Easter egg hunt. For the residents of Keego Harbor, City Hall is not only a place where city laws and regulations are made, but a place of unity and relaxation for the entire community. Of the many schools in the area, few stand out quite as powerfully as Roosevelt Elementary. Roosevelt opened in September of 1920 as an all-grades school, supplying one room to each individual grade. In 1925, the Roosevelt School celebrated its very first graduating class. In the years since, the school has served students of all ages, spending time as an all-grades high school and elementary school. Today, Roosevelt Elementary is the oldest continuously operating educational facility in Oakland County. The school recently celebrated its 95th anniversary by dedicating a brand new bell tower, featuring a bell that is believed to have been used at the original Keego Harbor School, which preceded Roosevelt as the city's main house of learning and featured groundbreaking technological components such as indoor plumbing and drinking fountains. The Keego Harbor School was closed in the 1960s. However, the legacy of the many dedicated and honorable students to pass through Roosevelt lives on in the city's modern educational presence, continuing to be a source of academic and community pride in Keego Harbor. Sylvan Lake has no shortage of historic places of education itself. Just about a mile up Orchard Lake Road to the northeast lies the former site of the Daniel Whitfield School. First constructed in 1852, the school endured for over a century with 3 different iterations before closing in 1991. While the school was eventually razed in 2003, the fond memories held dear in the minds and hearts of the Daniel Whitfield School's former students and teachers remains a profoundly satisfying recollection of years past. In Sylvan Lake, plans for construction of a city hall began in 1928, when Village Council voted to purchase land on the west end of Inverness Avenue for $2,500 from early city developer Merrill Mills. Since that decision nearly 90 years ago, the government of Sylvan Lake has called this same building home. In 1947, the village of Sylvan Lake was chartered as an official city. City Hall held all sectors of the municipal government, including the police and fire department. Today, the city's offices continue to operate out of this charming cottage-style facility, making this pretty little building the home of the prettiest little city in the state of Michigan. Sylvan Lake's excellent floral and plant displays can be accredited to their Garden Club, an organization that strives to beautify and maintain the city's public spaces and parks with colorful, artful, and aesthetically awing natural displays. The Sylvan Lake Garden Club began in 1939 as a social group with a horticultural focus. In the years since, the Garden Club has established beautification traditions, such as yearly plantings at the Veterans Memorial Park on Garland Avenue, and its famous ice cream social, which has been a staple of Sylvan Lake summers since 1965. Since 1912, the Oakland County Boat Club has been a fixture of the Sylvan Lake community. The clubhouse was erected in 1916, just over a year after Merrill Mills sold the shoreline property to the boat club for a staggering $500. Ever since, the clubhouse has served as a second home to club members, a place to store their vessels, and the starting and finishing location of their boat races. Through much of Sylvan Lake's history, the Oakland County Boat Club has been one of the area's strongest community organizations and a continued promoter of the city's deep roots on the waterfront. Sylvan Lake's over 500 square acres of area and maximum depths of 70 feet is one of the area's premier fishing and recreational destinations. Featuring fish such as northern pike, black crappie, large and smallmouth bass, and walleye, Sylvan Lake is a prime location for those who love to catch all kinds of fish. Sylvan Lake also boasts a large collection of shoreline open to the public. The city offers several acres of open parkland, perfect for a weekend afternoon hangout with the family or a cool evening relaxation session to wind down from your busy day. On the shores of Sylvan Lake, the dream of city pioneer Merrill Mills was born. On this plot of land once stood the Sylvan Lake Inn, a destination resort for vacationing Detroiters created by Mills. This was in addition to the parks, roads, and subdivisions Merrill planned to produce. Featuring a golf course, riding stable, and even a bowling alley, the Sylvan Lake Inn was one of the places for city workers to take their summer sabbatical. After a fire decimated the building in 1903, Merrill Mills deeded the property to the Detroit Free Press to be used as the home of their Fresh Air Camp, a 2-week summer camp for underprivileged kids from the big city. Shortly after the Fresh Air Camp disbanded in 1962, Sylvan Lake was awarded this historic land and used it as the location of its community center, combining 2 of the Fresh Air Camp buildings into its original facility. On November 3, 2003, ground broke on the new Sylvan Lake Community Center. Today, it serves as a place for fun activities, family get-togethers, business meetings, and even some government operations. Throughout the glorious history of this pretty little city, people have continued to flock over the Pontiac Bridge onto this land, seeking enjoyment, recreation, and community. On the shores of 2 of Michigan's most beloved inland lakes rest 2 cities with rich histories, dynamic presence, and auspicious futures. With vast open lands and waters, strong and positive communities, and a rich history of enjoyment, affinity, and prosperity, Keego Harbor and Sylvan Lake continue to rise among some of Michigan's and America's top little areas. Through continued pleasantry in recreation and development, and a cozy, close-to-home community tradition, the sky is the limit for the cities of Keego Harbor and Sylvan Lake. So take a boat ride on Cass Lake, grab a bite to eat on Orchard Lake Road, and spend a day at the footsteps of local history. Take the family out on the town and witness Keego Harbor and Sylvan Lake from another angle.
Amazing job, George Moore, with the narration and the incredible drone photography by Jake Goodell and other members of our staff. And this is all done right at the very beginning of all of that drone technology. Our crew at that time, seeing their names on the screen, did a great job putting that together. And it's always fun to go back and watch that video. And when we do watch that video and the similar videos we put together for our other communities, it really reminds us of what an amazing community that we live in here in West Bloomfield, Keego Harbor, Orchard Lake, and Sylvan Lake. And if you've not taken the opportunity to visit civiccentertv.com and watch another angle for your community, I really encourage you to do so. So thank you very much for watching and listening to The Splash today. Be here bright and early tomorrow morning at 9:30. Tyler Keefe will get his studio back in just a couple of minutes, and he'll be here for the MegaCast. Thank you. Great job today by Calvin, just pulling it all together back at Master Control. And thank you for tuning in and watching. Dave Scott, see you tomorrow morning right here on The Splash Live. Have a good day.